right, this is Matt Ogle with VYPE Media, and I'm here today with Susan Willis, head coach for Kingwood High School girls golf. Just finished second at state. So tell me, Coach, y'all did fantastic at regionals. You'll set a school and tournament record, if I'm not mistaken, at Eagle Point Golf Course. They shot a 595 composite. So tell me, and what made this team so special this year?
Um, it was a combination of a lot of things. I mean, somebody asked me the other day, why are they so good? And I said, well, that's easy. I said, they're smart, they're talented, they work hard, they hold themselves and each other accountable. They love golf, and the most important thing is they love each other.
It's great to have that team chemistry whenever y'all travel so much. They probably did that. Y'all stay in hotels and stuff whenever y'all were going all over the place.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we typically stay in a place where they have a two-room suite, so they're all in the same spot together.
Big sleepover, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
right.
Right. Well, I don't have too much experience with golf. Me myself, well, I am from Kingwood. I went to Kingwood Park, but we had a really good golf team there.
Yes.
Uh, I can't shoot at all, but I can understand the complexities of the game. You have to have very good coordination and just a mental toughness too whenever you get down at a hole, whenever you're a little over a few strokes. But anyways, so many of these golfers, whenever they get to the high school point, I can imagine they've already had some prior experience. They're already probably pretty good on their own. So as a coach, like what do you do to kind of bring that one step further to kind of up their game?
I think the most important thing we can do is help them with the mental side of the game, help keep them positive. As far as the golf itself, I to be honest with you, I kind of put it in their hands. I asked them, and golf's so individual. Everybody doesn't always need to do the same thing at the same time. It's not like softball practice or basketball practice. It's very different. And I really put it in their hands as to what do you guys want to do? What do y'all want to work on? Where do you feel we need to spend the most time? And they really took the reins and made it their own. They really did a lot of there were some things we were doing and they said, hey, can we do more of that? I'm like, absolutely. How do y'all want to do that? They really came up with a lot of stuff on their own, but that's what's cool about it, because they took ownership of it. It meant a lot more to them. It's easy for us to tell them what to do, but when they're the ones that are coming up with what we're going to do at practice today, then they really buy into it, and it makes it so much more. It's theirs. It's not somebody else's. It's theirs.
Wow, that's pretty incredible to give them that kind of independence. Whenever, well, I mean, like you said, it's an individual sport, so it's up to them whenever it gets to the game or to the course, essentially. But
It is.
that's pretty awesome. Uh, you did have some really good golfers this year. You had
Oh yeah.
junior Bella Flores. She finished seventh out of 72, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. You got Kate Hartnett. Please correct me if I butcher any of these names. She was one of your seniors. You got Morgan Enkenbreit, or was it Enkenbrat? Okay, Enkenbreit.
Aiken Brandt. Yeah.
Enkenbrant, sorry.
Yeah.
They both finished within the top 20. Chloe Jones was your sophomore.
Hmm.
So, who did you witness to kind of like improve the most over this? I mean, I'm assuming a good portion of your team did because y'all finished fourth last year and you got to second this year in
Right.
state. Uh, but who did you see like kind of cover the most ground over the past year?
You know, they all improved from last year. I mean, they knew going into this year what their goal was, and they worked towards that goal every day. And they Morgan had a great season. She really did. This was the best season she's had in her high school career. Kate Kate played well. Kate always excels at state. We call her State Kate. She just something about that environment and that golf course and that tournament. She thrives in that. Um, Bella works hard day in and day out, as does Chloe. Chloe matured a lot this year. She really came, I think it really came together for her at our tournament, the one that we hosted in the spring. She won that tournament. And it was not an easy going away win. It was a very, very tough, grind it out. She had the lead after the first day, and she really had to grind day two, and was playing with the girl that was challenging her for that championship. And it was a huge growing moment for her as a golfer to hang in and play hard and just keep grinding. And she ended up pulling away at the end and won it. That was really cool. And then our freshman, Mari Hernandez, she had never broken 80 prior to this year. And she went out at the first tournament of the year. We played in Fort Worth, and she shoots 79. And she got a taste of it. And then, young golfers go up and down. They play well, then they don't. They play well, then they don't. But she shot 72 twice this year. And she got second at that same tournament that Chloe won. So again, that was huge for her. Watching her play that round was so cool, because she was incredibly focused, and it was really fun to watch. So they all, in their own way, improved over the course of the year. And it's neat. I mean, Bella finished 10th last year. She finished 7th this year. I mean, it's just everybody stepped it up a notch. And that's why they were as successful as they were, because everyone took ownership of their game and stepped it up a notch.
That's pretty fantastic. I mean, kind of watching all these young girls kind of excel so much to improve year by year.
Mhm.
I was looking at the scores for the UIL, like whenever they had the composite and then the individual scores.
Mhm.
I was just so surprised by how close it was. Like there were so
Yeah,
many, so many girls with the same score, like at the end of the day too. And
right.
I'm just thinking, like, as an athlete, like every single shot counts, and you're just like,
It,
oh, if I miss this one, like I'm probably dropping from, like, if you're in third, I could drop all the way to like 27th. And
it's until they experience it, they don't realize it. And until as a coach, you experience it, how important one shot can be. I mean, we missed winning the region I guess 3 years ago. We won it 2 years ago. 3 years ago, we missed winning by one shot over 2 days. 600, 600 shots by
oh,
one. We beat the Woodlands by one this year at state. So it's just, it's amazing that over 2 days of 5 kids playing 18 holes, and, 580 to 600 shots, that one can make a difference. It's unbelievable,
that's
but it
ridiculous.
does. And they don't get it until it happens. So,
True,
yeah.
very true. So what, in your experience, what led you to Kingwood?
I was student teaching at Conroe High School in 1984, and I was working with a softball coach. And at that time, softball was just getting started in high school, and we played Kingwood. Conroe played Kingwood, and she told me on the way home, she goes, "Hey, that coach is not going to be back next year." So I got in touch with the athletic coordinator at Kingwood High School and I talked to him, and he said that we already have a softball coach, but the job she's leaving at Kingwood Middle School will be open. If you're interested, I will send you over to talk to their head football coach. And I went and talked to him and got the job at Kingwood Middle School and was there for 7 years. And then freshman basketball, JV softball opened up at Kingwood High School, and I knew the softball coach, and because that was whose job I took at Kingwood Middle School, and off we went. And I've been here since 1991.
It's,
So
yeah, that's great. I mean, Kingwood, Humble ISD in general, like that's where I went all my years of high school and
mhm.
all the prior years to get to that point. I really enjoyed my time there. I thought the
Yeah,
coaching.
I'm kind of a dinosaur. I mean, coaches don't typically stay in one place their entire career, but next year will be 40 years here for me. So
Wow,
yeah, it's been a while.
wow,
It's
you
been a
got
while. I've been very fortunate, and have had the opportunity to work with and for some exceptional people, and it's a great place.
you got tenure at Kingwood High School.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I, if you don't know who I am, man, I don't know where you've been, but
for real.
I've been here
Uh,
for a while.
all right. I guess, like, last little bit, what would you say was your favorite memory of this season? I mean, you had all these tournaments, traveling with the team. I guess, yeah, just what was the most fun you had?
I mean, we've had a blast all year long. This is such a great group of kids, and getting to see them grow together and, and achieve this goal. It's been 1996 was the last time the Kingwood girls medaled at state. And so it's been a long time coming. And I think the excitement to seeing them be excited about what they've accomplished is probably the coolest thing for me. And, of course, the opportunity to see them grow from freshmen to young adults. I mean, our two seniors are graduating, and they're going to A&M, and that makes me feel good. I'm an Aggie, so I'm very proud of them, and just all of them. I mean, they've worked so hard, and they've sacrificed a lot of their, kids like to do kid stuff, and they do a lot of kid stuff. They do a lot of it together, which is huge, but they have to make a lot of sacrifices, and they reap the benefits of that. So I know that that's something that's going to stay with them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's awesome. To be 27 years, and to be a part of that, yeah, that must be pretty tremendous. And then
Yeah, it's cool.
they get
It's
to move
awesome.
on together, the two seniors. That's pretty cool.
They are. Yep, they are. They're not going to room together, but they are going to be there together. So
Are they going to be both golfing there, or are they just going for educational purposes?
no, they both could have played college golf had they wanted to. But they had an opportunity to go to A&M. Morgan's going to be an engineer. She got into the engineering program there. Kate's going to major in economics, and Kate's probably going to be a lawyer. So and Morgan in particular, she wrestled with whether to play golf or not, and we've talked a couple of times, and I said, if you're going to play college golf, that's your life. You have to be all in, because that's what the coach is going to expect. If that's what you want to do, then do that. I said, but if that's not what you want to do, if you're not completely 100% all in, man, go to A&M. That education is going to carry you a long way.
For sure.
So both of them will probably walk across the stage with a job when they graduate. So
that Aggie ring, yeah, it's pretty iconic.
Yes, it does. Class of '84.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone thinks this is an Aggie ring. I actually went to Sam Houston. But,
our boys coach went to Sam. He played at Sam Houston, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Great school. Great school.
Yeah.
And my brother went there. I know the culture there is fantastic.
It is amazing. It's an amazing place.
All right. Last question. Now that y'all made history, and you do have a pretty young team, what should we expect for next season? You think could make a pretty good run for?
That's the plan. That's the plan. We're gonna meet with them. With the kids coming back, try to meet with them tomorrow, and set some goals. What are we doing this summer? Because here's what we want to do next year, and how do we get there? And it's always difficult. People think it's easy to win. And when you win a lot, it actually, to me, it gets harder because the expectations are there, and they're going to have expectations for themselves. We have expectations for them going into next year, and we plan to, our goal is to win the region again, and we plan to be back at state again, and we just want to keep it rolling. So
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
the goal.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Well, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the girls. I hope they see this. What a phenomenal season, record year.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be great to see them next season.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. All right. This has been Coach Willis for Kingwood High School and Matt Ogle for VYPE Media. And we'll see y'all next year on the course. All right. Thank you.